So I called the officer out. I don't know. I think he could see that I went live, and I had some teenagers come up to try to fight me, and I filmed it. So the officer went down that way, and then went back down that way. So I think he's signaled to come back. If he doesn't come back, I will try to find out. Because I was sitting in my yard and waiting for 35 minutes. I already made videos about the incidents that happened. So I made videos, because I have been calling, people out here for years, and they kept saying, you don't have their names, you don't have their names, their first and last names, you don't have camera footage. I put cameras up from Cox Cable and all that, and made videos on my YouTube. You can go back and look at my YouTube and see all the stuff that was going on. So a lot of these people out here, they just lie, and I just wanted to go live so y'all can see all the lies and things. Yeah, so if I go mute, it's because I don't want people. Like I was saying, the live that I made earlier, I had called the officers out here, and it's been about 35 minutes. So I made two videos with the same guy, Keith uh, Cater, a Sluice Carter Cater. I got his name and all that stuff, his birthday, and all that. Basically, I called the officers out here because they're disturbing the peace, the loud music, the mopeds, the kids out there screaming, and then every time I come out my house to water my flowers and do stuff around my house, the name calling. And a lot of the kids, they don't even stay in this neighborhood. They're just doing the same. They're emulating and doing the same things that the other kids are doing. Um, Obviously, they're just bullying because they don't feel good about themselves. But basically, I'm just trying to get the noise to stop. So basically, I called the officers out here, and I got him in here evidence that they saw me sitting in the yard, and they just act like if there's no problem. So they've been doing it a lot in Buck Road. It's probably because it's a white police officer. And basically, usually when I have problems, I always call, try to get them to bring black officers. But a crooked officer is gonna always be a crooked officer, whether they're white or black. And yeah, I called them out here because not only that, the regular neighbors that's been doing stuff, and I took charges out on, and got protective orders, saying stuff to me, you know, and uh, Keith, Cater, whatever, the guy that bragged on assaulting me and getting beating the charges, and then not only that, the guy that I got the protective order. So I filmed him too. I didn't film him, but I got him stating, yeah, you're a crackhead. Nobody's gonna listen at you, and the things he was saying. And then he was saying, yeah, I'm going to court or something. All I gotta do is state my case. State your lie, you know. And after a while, you're gonna get messed up with lying. When you lie to the court, and not only that you get messed up with court, but when you lie against somebody, a woman of God, when you lie against me, you might think you're getting away, but it's a different way. Karma happens, y'all, and I'm just telling y'all, it is what it is. And I don't like to speak things upon my mouth, but if you think you're gonna keep getting away, anybody think they're gonna keep getting away with doing things to Tavares C. Brown mother, then you got another thing coming, okay? Because I didn't raise my son like that. And if you think that y'all sons of these people that think this stuff is funny, if you think you're gonna get away with this stuff, do know my father is deceased, right? And none of this would be happening if he was living, because I'm his big baby bear. But let me tell you something. My real father is God, capital G-O-D, okay? And I'm Trinity bound. If you think y'all gonna keep on teasing me and coming at me and doing and lying and getting y'all little phones and trying to build a case against somebody that you have been trying to damage mentally, physically, emotionally, and I still got that $12 for my civil suit, trust me, I'll still come and get that $15,000 from you. Because if anybody could put up with almost 4 years of that crap that y'all been doing and ain't cracked y'all in the head by now, because everybody that know me, that went to school with me, that know me from the streets, that know me from everywhere, I ain't the one to be playing with, y'all. God told me a long time ago, and it's the only one that told me a long time ago. And if you watch the movie War Room, you don't do devil work with devil work. And that's the thing that the police and the judicial system and the judges, all of them want me to do. They want to see me retaliate so they can put my black ass in handcuffs. But let me tell you something. Every time I ever been locked up in my life, it's because I protected myself. God gives us our eyes, our ears, our heart, our hands to protect ourselves. You can turn one cheek, turn the other cheek, but he didn't tell nobody to do the exorcist and turn around. And it's not that way, okay? It's nobody gonna keep on trying to pick at me and keep doing things to me, and then they keep throwing things out court that people have done to me, and I'm over here taking medicine that they gave me when they should be taking the medicine. I'm gonna show y'all something. YouTube, and trust and believe. I ask God to reveal everything that the people had done to me in Hampton, Virginia. Y'all do know I used to have Optima, right? So I went to Centera Hospital, and I still got a whole bunch of stuff, and I got a disc. Well, I healed myself, and I asked God, and I touched myself and healed myself from when I got pistol whipped and stumped in the head by the 90, the 92, the 90s baby. Um, well, I went to the hospital. I went to Centera, and I asked them for all my files in the emergency room because that had something to do with my PTSD also, right? And they gave me some, but you know what I noticed? What they what they did? They ended up buying Optima out, right? Because there's so many things and negligence and things that was happening, and I'm still under Centera, but it was Optima. When I had been into the emergency room so many times with people trying to take me out, like literally the devil trying to take me out, right? And I wasn't doing anything to none of these people, you know. Um, these people were devil angels. And you know, you got God's angels and you got devil angels too. You have the devil sending angels to stop God's plans for people's lives, and he's sending them like God sending angels to protect us, right? But I had asked God years ago to reveal Hampton City and all the things that had been done to me while I was drinking and stuff and swept under the rug and stuff like that. Because I never got in trouble in Hampton. Yeah, I think one time I got a beer poured on me and then drunk in public in 1995-ish, something like that, right? And majority of the things in Hampton City in the Hampton emergency room were the things that had happened to me. Trauma. And if you will read and see all the things, and if I sit here and tell you all the things that have been done to me, and the reason I'm saying this is because every time I ask somebody to help me, you know, they always come up with some mess. And y'all know I don't drink, right? The first they used to say the drinking thing, and they say, you know, they try to use a mental illness or something like that to cover up people's crime and the things that they're doing. So I had talked to God. I said, I need you. I started telling him, and I pray for my enemies. I said, I need you to start convicting these people that are lying on me and trying to change my character and my name and make me bitter, because that's not the way you made me. And I need you to start convicting these people, because clearly they think they're getting away with it. And the thing about it, in the Bible it states, it says, do not curse another man, right? And pray for your enemies. I have been doing this constantly. You know, down to people that's not kin to me, people that are kin to me, and people, strangers, people I don't even know that have walked up to me and did things to me. You know, because the devil tell them to do it. You know, I just want y'all to know I'm good, and I just wanted to make this video to show y'all that this is what's been going on my whole entire stay in Buckrow. You know, when they first, you know, when I was here, because majority of the people that stayed out here were in their parents' homes or whatever, whoever left the homes and stuff like that, and they got on drugs real bad or sold drugs, and they seized the houses and they sold them. But the thing about it is, they the way they work, the prejudiced people and the whites are, but this is what they do. They trying to tell me, even though that Buck Road is a drug place and the people all white that live down here, they trying to say they still not in the wrong because they the poor white folks, and I shouldn't be down here with them anyway. You know what I'm saying? And that that shouldn't have anything to do with it, right? Color shouldn't have anything to do with it. But God had already revealed it to me. Because like when I first used to call them, when it was before they moved there, it was the people across the street. And they just was just lying, just on me, lying on my name, getting me in, into the rehabilitation center, saying that I had, psychological problems. And the weirdest thing is, it kind of helped. It kind of helped me sober up too, because I was trying to, I study psychology, right? So it kind of helped me sober up because I was trying to figure out what was going on. Because even when I lived on the end with mostly blacks, the police was doing the same thing, and the courts and stuff. They were throwing these charges out and saying these people weren't doing things to me, and I'm like, and I would always, when I would go to court, and I, put my hand up, and I always, told the truth, because I am the type of person, because I've been saved since I was 3 years old, so I can't lie. I got a conscience, so I tell the truth, and then when I tell the truth, they make my truth a lie. Weird, right? So I got up here so I could show y'all that this had been going on before they got here. And as long as I've been on this end, every time I would call the officers, they'll always say, well, what's their name? And I tell them their first name or something. Well, you need their last name. Where they stay at? And they will always try to act like I don't know what I'm talking about. And even when I called a 911 caller earlier, they tried to like mix, they put two up there, try to like make me think like I don't know where I live at and what I was talking about. And they knew who it was because I have 5 4-year-olds over here. Well, all the times, the things was done to me. And I have about 10 journals of all the days and the things that happened to me that I'm writing my book, right? So I'm like, make it make sense, right? So I it's getting down to the point, and this is what was said while I was out there. And I blocked my live off a couple of times because I don't want the people that I got the protective order on my stuff. I don't want their voices nowhere on my stuff. So I always turn that mic off. When their ugly voices, their lying voices come, I turn it off. But only on certain stuff that I put on private on my thing. But the thing is, it's the same thing you're saying again. The guy that I got the protective order was out there yelling, this my block, this my block, this my block. You know what I'm saying? This our block, this our block. And as if like he's trying to say, you need to move. And the same thing the lawyer, Miss O'Brien, told me the same thing when I got out of Riverside because they was trying to mess with me. And she told me the same thing. And I told her, I fired her. I said, you're on their side. And Miss Virginia, the lawyer, I said, you're on their side. And both of them are white. And they're going to keep trying to tell me, y'all, that it ain't a white thing. And I know my colors, because I'm mixed with a whole bunch of colors. I'm like a box of crayons. And the reason I say a box of crayons is because I'm an artist. And I'm like, and they always say, it's 10 of us against your one. You're one. You're one God. My one God is 10. Thousands and thousands of them against my one God. My one God. Eyes, ears have not heard or seen. Wow! God can do